Okay, we're going to view these two charts kind of like a relook, um, based on we're looking at the marriage sector primarily. Now, we're definitely going to look at the third house and the ninth house, because that's most important. But if we're going to look at marriage, we have to look at the chart to the left, because it would be the person she's married to. We've done these charts before, and I ascertained that these two have a connection, but I wasn't able to say twin flames, but they have a unique connection. It seems to be some type of soul connection, possibly a karmic connection. And as far as the energies are concerned, they kind of deal with the marriage, but with the marriage on the left. But so again, you're looking at Juno is in the first house, and we'll be doing the husband chart later as well. Not in this video. It'll be a different video. So you know Juno is a person you may end up in a serious relationship with or marriage, and this person would be of Libra energy, because you see Juno, first house. The Juno looks like the asterisk. And what's important, you have the Saturn right there. So like I said, it's like the shotgun. And it's funny because the marriage has been 18 years, and I did keep mentioning the number 18 on her chart. You can't miss it. She has 18 all over her chart. And that's the 666 as well. And that means like very powerful love. But if you see, it's really kind of connecting to Virgo. They're real close to the Virgo. So that's the main thing you're looking for, is some type of Libra power or Libra energy. But again, that could actually be somebody who's fair, likes partnerships, is concerned with social issues, legal issues, relationship issues. Or it could be somebody under the sign of Libra. Or they may have a powerful Libra on the natal chart. Now again, going to the third house, like I said, the third house is ruled by Gemini. And actually short distances. And it can imply the relationship may have some breakups. Sagittarius usually implies long term. So again, because I know the person emphasized they were happily married for 18 years, that's great. But it still could imply some type of breakup during that time. See, when you do natal charts, you have to be honest, because sometimes the chart will say something and right away people get really defensive, or you don't want to do that. But if you see Sagittarius in the third house, see, Sagittarius is like a longer term relationship, a more mature relationship, or even a second marriage or a breakup and getting back together. All of that falls into Sagittarius ninth house energy. So it's not arguing whether the marriage is happy or not, but the chart itself is implying there may have been, during that course of time, some form of breakup and a reunion. So we'll look at that first. We're gonna look at two things. Okay, it says Neptune in Sagittarius. Souls who incarnated during Neptune and Sagittarius are very intuitive. They may have psychic ability and tend to seek experiences that expand both your senses and your spirit. Neptune in Sagittarius brings the potential for a deeper understanding of the meaning of life than in previous signs. You're idealistic, gregarious, sports-minded, and in love with grand gestures and large ideas. You enjoy travel, possibly even occult studies, politics, philosophy, and fair, frank, broad-minded individuals. You dream big. All right, so that's Neptune in Sagittarius. It said if the Neptune was afflicted, which I don't believe yours is, you may lack sound judgment and have a strongly emotional and indecisive nature. So that is if your Neptune is afflicted. It's funny because it took me to a dictionary when I clicked on it. Set of a sign, set of a planet and a sign contrary to its nature, such as Moon in Capricorn or Scorpio, Mars in Libra, Taurus or Cancer, Venus in Aries, Virgo and Scorpio, a hard aspect from Mars, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, or Pluto. Jupiter afflictions are not as severe and denote excesses of poor judgment. Alright, it didn't even at all mention Sagittarius, so I really don't think anything's afflicted there. Give me a moment. Alright, next thing we want to look at is Sagittarius and the third house. Sagittarius in the third house, you may be the poster child for the idea that a mind is a terrible thing to waste. In fact, even if you love to get outdoors, travel, or otherwise explore, you may notice that your mind is one thing you want to grow and expand more than anything else. This passion for information may have you being a perpetual student, going back to school again and again, and yet another degree or another field of study, or simply taking a lot of classes and workshops in order to keep your mind stimulated or your knowledge base growing. You love to learn. You love to prove what you know. You don't hesitate to communicate with others, to know how knowledgeable you are, hoping that they will share their knowledge with you, because you love to learn the ultimate truth of things. You don't hesitate to say what's really on your mind. You can be honest to a fault. But you may like to learn so much, but you never apply what you're learning. So make sure you're applying what you're learning. So this will be an excellent student. The ability to comprehend abstractions by the direct reaction to the Gemini. So there you see they're working together. They're working on each other. That's that whole Libra thing again, the partnership. So in the third house, the Gemini energy is helping her to learn more. But in the ninth house, she's helping the Gemini to go deeper. Because the Gemini doesn't like going deeper. It just likes to comprehend, and then it keeps going. It'll lose focus. But with Sagittarius can help the Gemini to go deeper. Sagittarius need a constant mental challenge. The minds are active, inquisitive, probing. But they could have a narrowness, and they're saying that the Sagittarian needs to widen out their learning. So Sagittarius is not as self-centered in the third house. So the third house of that Gemini energy is helping the Sagittarian be more extroverted. Because this is the house, which we already learned about. We already did this whole chart. This is the house about brotherhood, community, social issues, helping others. And again, like I said, with the fourth house, Capricorn, this could denote a home business. And the fourth house could denote, with Saturn or Capricorn in the fourth house, it could denote a male figure. Possibly. But when you go right across to the 10th house, that's your career sector. Again, family's there. So it could be family, business. We've already went over that. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. We've already done it on the previous chart. But you see the number 18 again. But there is nurturing with Keras. So somehow the uniqueness about the chart is the 4th house, which should be more motherly, the Imom Coeli, is Capricorn. It's more masculine. And then the 10th house, which is career, which would be more masculine with Capricorn ruled by Saturn, it's more motherly, even having nurturing. But again, she would only know that. She would only know that reason. And then when you follow Saturn, it's right there with Juno and Libra, which is probably why it would be the husband. Now again, the chart on the right, we've already done that. We've already done both these charts. And people share energy. That's why I said it's very people share energy. So there's definitely some type of energetic connection here, but you can't compare this chart with that chart. Because, well, this chart, you can look at it like I did. You can analyze it. But I didn't see anything that would say anything like twin flame or twin soul for these two charts. But they have like an energetic connection, a soul connection, like a soul group, soul family, a karmic connection. And that energy is possibly bearing on her energy in her life with her husband or whatever. So that's as far as I could go with that. Alrighty, so that's going to conclude this video. God bless.